Greetings, everyone. This is Professor Jeff Wilkerson at Luther College. I trust everything is well in your world this week. We are talking about what to look for in the night sky this time for the week of December 6th, 2021. And my goodness, am I excited about this week ahead. I just love the stuff we're going to talk about here this week. I've been watching the sky. So we'll start with, we got a couple different things we're going to look at. And we'll start with what I think is the most fun and most exciting and most interesting. And I suspect it won't quite resonate with you the same way it has with me. But one of the things, let's just start. You go out, it's dark, okay? This one, perhaps more than some of the others, this one is geared toward observers at mid-northern latitudes, although it can be adapted to people at other latitudes, and I apologize for that. But I get all excited about what I see when I walk outside and see the night sky, and oh, look at that, and I want to talk about it, and this is what I want to do, is I want to talk about it with you here today. And so for me, when I go out just after dark, and it gets dark early now, right, at 5:30 or 6, I can go out and do this kind of work. It's not work, it's play. Work and play. Well, anyway, when I go outside and look west in the evening sky, what I see is this big triangle that looks like this, that is the summer triangle. Now, it's December, and so to think about this as the summer triangle is odd, and it's something that I'm sure we've talked about before. These stars are far enough north that for those of us who are far enough north, they're in the sky much of the time, all year. And right now, to see this triangle laying over this direction on the western horizon is very impressive for me. And you've got Vega and Lyra, Altair and Deneb. And so I like to look and see that summer triangle and think about the summer triangle, the fact that we call it the summer triangle, but here it is, getting close to midwinter if you measure winter by photo period, and I measure winter about 8 different ways, but enough of that. The triangle is fantastic, but what's really impressive for me, what I really enjoy, is we got enough darkness this time of year. When I get up and I walk to work in the mornings, about 6 o'clock in the morning for me, I cross a bridge over the river, and I can see down a chute. So that bridge, so here's this bridge that goes across the river, and it goes into a valley, a little bit cut in the bluff. It's a cut through the bluff that runs up, and I'm looking northeast when I go that direction. Actually, mostly north is what I'm looking at when I walk across that bridge. And what I see in that cut of that valley is Vega coming up in the morning sky. So as we said a moment ago, you can picture these things rotating around, and if you're far enough north and these, Vega and Deneb, are far enough into the northern sky, they're not circumpolar, they do set, but you can see them right in much of the sky. And here's a wonderful opportunity to see Vega in the evening, and then to see Vega again in the morning, and to think about that rotation, just rotating around and the rest of the summer triangle about to make an appearance in the morning sky as well as being in the evening sky. Altair's the one that won't so much for us here at 40 degrees north latitude. But so that's great. Go out, check the summer triangle out in the evening, check it out in the morning, and appreciate for what it is that way. But if you track from Deneb down to Altair, on down, the brightest object you run into is Venus. Okay, so Venus, we've talked about a few times this fall. It's a great, beautiful object. I mean, it's glowing. You walk outside and you look more to the southwest instead of just the west, and there's Venus. So Venus, if you don't see the triangle, start with Venus and move up this direction. The next bright object you run into is Altair. The next bright object you run into is Deneb, and you've got that line of stars that moves up this direction. It's a thing. Okay, the beauty here, and so hopefully you watch this video in time to check some of this out. On the evening of the 6th, the moon will be waxing and rising into the evening sky, and it's about 10% full, so it's a nice thin crescent moon, and it's going to be very close to Venus. And so those two will make just a beautiful pairing on December 6th. I hope you have a chance to get out and check that out. And just above Venus, right here, really close to these two, is Pluto. And so this is you won't see Pluto, but you can know it's there, just knowing that it's right there along with the moon and Venus. By one night later on the 7th, the moon will have moved up here and be sitting just below Saturn. So if we can think about Deneb to Altair to Venus, we can think about Venus to Saturn to Jupiter up this direction. And the moon won't be as close a pairing with Saturn as it was with Venus the night before, but it will be just short of 20% full. So it will have filled out significantly as it rises up into the sky higher in the evening sky and approaches Venus. One night later, the moon on the 8th, the evening of the 8th, the moon will be between Jupiter and Saturn. So there'll be a really beautiful triplet of objects there, Saturn, Jupiter, and the moon. The moon will be about 28% full on that evening, just after dark. And so it'll fill out as the night goes on. And so this is all great. Watch the moon track past Venus, Saturn, and Jupiter this week. By the next night, it's going to be up here. So if you get out on the 9th, it will have cleared the Venus, Saturn, Jupiter line right there, and we'll be up this direction. Now, we've been watching Jupiter move, and early in the year, so Deneb, Arab word for, take it from the Arab for tail. It's the tail of the swan up here in Cygnus. And here, Deneb al-Gadi is the tail of the goat. We've talked about it before because we've been measuring Jupiter next to Deneb al-Gadi all fall. And early in the fall, had you done this, and I'm not sure I recommended to do it for you to do it, and so that's my failure as an instructor here, is to say, if you could have done this, draw a line from Saturn to Deneb al-Gadi, and then over here, Jupiter would have made something like, not too long ago, would have made a right triangle here, or even an acute angle. That angle would have been, but that angle has been opening up as we've watched Jupiter move up this direction. Watch Jupiter keep moving this way as it tries to approach 180 degrees. It goes from 90 degrees or less than 90 degrees to more than 90 degrees than it is right now, and then we'll open all the way out to approach 180 degrees in the coming weeks. So we've been tracking Jupiter's movement. Keep tracking Jupiter's movement. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Watch this thing will roll out this direction. Sorry, as I was saying don't stop, I was singing a Journey song from a long time ago and I got utterly distracted, as can happen. But watch this thing open out. Keep that up ahead in your observing schedule for the weeks ahead, and take advantage right now of seeing the summer triangle and watch it in the evening sky. Watch it start to appear in the morning sky. Don't miss. If there's anything you do this week, don't miss the moon sliding by here. It's going to be fantastic. You got more time in the coming weeks to catch Jupiter flattening out the line from Jupiter to Deneb al-Gadi to Saturn, flattening out, straightening out. And you have more time to catch the summer triangle in the evening sky. Not a lot more time, but more time to catch that in the evening sky and in the morning. The moon is going to be special this week. So do get out and check that out. I hope you have great observing. I hope you just plain straight up have a great week. And I really enjoy talking about the night sky and talking about the universe and having this opportunity to share this with you. And I hope all is well, and we'll have something new for you next week. Thank you, everybody.